Hello, this is Yoshino. I'm going to talk about the global teaching for the future generation. So in this presentation, I will focus on the secondary school education integrated to the sustainable development goals, which means I will advocate the quality education for the secondary school setting. So firstly, I'm going to define the global education. What is the global education? The global education aims to provide the student what is happening on the global scale. On the basis of the knowledge about the global scale problem, so they have to think about what we can do to cope with the global issue. This implies the global orientation, the empathy, the global sensitivity. Actually, global education connected to the global citizenship education. This means the extended idea of the right and responsibility beyond the national scale. And so this fosters the sense of belonging and think globally and act locally in the school setting. I think school education has three key concepts for the global education. First one is learning beyond the national level and the growing sense of advocating to the social change and the skills for the lifelong learning. This connects to the youth empowerment for the sustainable future from the school setting. As Nelson Mandela stated, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. This means the youth empowerment plays a crucial role for our sustainable future. Next, I'm going to talk about the global competent teacher. I come up with 5 ideas to become a global competent teacher, especially understanding of the local region as well as the international dimension, and allowing students to be aware of the wider world is the most essential things for the global competent teacher because, as I mentioned before, SDGs have to, the concept is think globally and act locally. So that's why I want to mention the importance of understanding the local and the international dimension is a key concept for the sustainable development goals education. And next, I will deepen the topic of the global competent teacher. So I come up with 2 concepts of the characteristic of the global competent teacher. First one is a real embodier of the global learning. And second one is a global having an evolving idea and flexibility and mutual learning between the teacher and the student. Why I think these are important? Because teacher itself develop an understanding of the interconnectedness between the country and expand their knowledge on global issue and the impact on the local and international level. That's why I came here in Australia from Japan to fix a worldwide viewpoint and to become a real embodier. And the second thing is teacher itself should demonstrate the commitment of student value development, and they have a strong willingness to learn the immerse in the environment with a diverse community. And then the teacher should keep learning, cultivating their value from opinion from others. So this means the lifelong learning by the teacher itself as well as the student. So what we can do for ESD in the school curriculum, I will present the 3 methods which we can do immediately and easily in the school context. First one is a problem-based learning in the group discussion, which allows students to study creativity. So what we can do to cope with carbon dioxide emission in the group presentation. So this is one of the examples. The second thing is content and language integrated learning for the EFL learner. This fosters the higher language proficiency as well as cultivating and fixing the knowledge of the SDGs. The third one is the virtual exchange project. This utilizes the latest global trend in the global dimension. So this fosters the language exchange as well as sharing the mutual opinion about the cultural things or environmental problem or other issue like gender problem. And so we can do in the school setting. And so the community can promote this project, like a virtual exchange project, we can do, because on the virtual dimension, so we can foster anywhere we want. So virtual exchange program create a suitable environment for meaningful PBL approach, experience the real global dimension, and provide active learning for students. So I give you the two questions. What do you think students to become as a global citizen? The second thing is, what can you do as a teacher for quality education? So imagine, keep in mind, small action will eventually become a huge strength to the change the world from the school setting. Okay, so it's time to take action from now. Okay, thank you for listening. So these are my references. Thank you for listening.